Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juana. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be working with rhinestones. I'm going to be doing some blinging. I'm going to be using SS10 Hotfix Rhinestone, and I'm going to be working on a new template that I created. So I can't wait to share this with you. So guys, let's get started. This is the new design that I created. It's a very simple template, perfect for those who are beginning working with rhinestones. It's very straightforward, and I'm gonna be brushing these stones onto a shirt. This template uses SS10 size rhinestones. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the things that I'm gonna be using to brush these stones onto the shirt, okay? So guys, see you in a little bit. These are the things that I'm going to be using to brush the stones. For those who are new, I'm going to go through the whole thing. Of course, the rhinestones, these are going to be SS10 rhinestones. The template that I already cut using my Cricut cutting machine. Painter's tape, this is optional, but I'm going to show you how to use it if you're new to the channel. This is the, what is called the stone picker or the wax pen. I call it the wax pen. Painter's brush, a regular edge painter brush to brush the stones. This is going to help me pick up the stones after I'm done brushing the stones. And this is the transfer tape. It's a transfer mask. It's special for rhinestones, all right? And of course, the shirt that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using my HTVRONT heat press, but you can use a manual heat press if you have one. So this is everything for now. I'm going to go ahead and start the process. See you in a little bit. So we are here. We're going to start brushing the stones. And this is a template. When I cut the template, I used my Cricut Air 2 for this one. And what I did was that I welded the whole design together. I welded these two parts. I grouped it first, then I welded, and then did the same thing with the word by and God. And when I was using Cricut, I placed this part in here in between these two parts. I did it this way because that way I'm only gonna be using one piece of transfer tape, and it's easier. But if you get this design, by the way, I have this on my Etsy shop. It comes separate, each part separate. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. It's a very simple design, like I said before. It doesn't have any outlines or anything like that, so it's very beginners friendly. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let me continue for those who are new to the channel. But like I mentioned before, the transfer tape is called KTM, this brand. I get this from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And I'm going to be using my wax pen, all right? So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the camera and I'm going to get the camera closer so you can see the whole action to it, all right? Since this is a simple design, it's not going to take too long to brush. And yeah, I'll see you in a little. Let me go ahead and get the camera closer to you all, okay? I'm going to start with this one right here. If you see this design on my hand, this was a design that my granddaughter did for me last week. And I featured this on my last video. Now it's fading. I'm so sad because it was so pretty. So this is what this is. It's a henna design. Yeah. So, again, I digress. So let's do this. I'm going to do the capri on the top. And before I even continue, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to block the other part so the stones don't run onto the other sections. This is very handy to have for that reason. So let's get started, people. I haven't decided yet where I'm brushing this design, what color shirt. I might do it on a black hoodie, but at the same time, because it's spring, I wanted to have a lighter color because this is for myself. This is a new template, and it's my first brush of the template. And like I said, I'm going to have this on my Etsy shop, okay? I always brush it first before I place it on Etsy. Yeah, just to make sure that it's brushing fine. But I know it's going to brush fine because it's a very simple design. Very, very simple. And easy to brush. And for those who are new, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to go around, okay? You're going to go around. It makes the stones fall in easier. So guys, I want to wish you a happy Easter with your family. A lot of blessings for your family. Enjoy spring. Nice weather is coming ahead and I can't wait. I'm not a winter girl, so I can't wait for it to get warmer again. I mean, we had some 70 degrees, 76 degree temperature a couple of weeks ago. So that's how weird it's been. So, okay. So what I do is that I brush everything. And then if there's some spots that there's no stones on it, I do it manually with my wax pen. And then, you know, it's faster that way. Sometimes when you move the stones this way again, it tends to knock out some of the stones. So it's like you're starting all over again. So I'd rather just do this. And then I'll go back with the wax pen or stone picker. And then I put it in place. A lot of people ask me if when you do rhinestone, you always have to use dark color garment or a dark color substrate. And no, you don't have to. I mean, rhinestones tends to show a little bit brighter or when it comes to some color stones, but that doesn't apply to every light color. You can use it on light colors like white, pink. It doesn't have nothing to do with the color of the shirt. But like I said, with some stones show better in dark background. That's why you notice that a lot of people always use black shirts or a black substrate to press the stones. But that doesn't mean that you cannot use other color shirts. I tend to like using like in between dark and light, like black, purple, green is a good color, olive green, white. I've done a lot of shirts in white and it looks very pretty also as well. So yeah, all depends on the color of the stone that you are using. Okay. Okay, let me see. I'm just checking right now if there's any empty space. And I don't see any. So what I'm going to do now, because it's all in the same template, okay, I'm going to very carefully remove this tape, all right? I'm going to remove it, and then I'm going to do the bottom part. And actually, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do the middle part, all right? And I'm checking again. I think I saw one on top of the other, and now I cannot, right here. These stones are so blingy. I love it. I mean, they bling so much. They are very good quality stone. Today, I'm featuring the baby's booty rhinestones, okay? For this template, because I love those colors. I love, you know my channel, when I do rhinestones, I love those colors. And I haven't used them in a little while, so I decided to use them again today for this brush. Okay. So let me go ahead and turn this around. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to place it back on the container. Very important, don't leave it laying around. And like I said, carefully, I'm going to remove this tape. That's why it's very important to use a tape like this one, painter's tape, that it removes and it doesn't get stuck into the surface. And that way you don't have to disturb the stones. Okay. Be very careful. Okay. So now I'm gonna block the bottom part. And it also tears very easily. That's the good thing about this kind of tape. I buy my tape in the $1.25 store, okay? I don't buy expensive painter tape. I just get the one from the dollar store or $1.25 store. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the word God. Then I'm gonna block this part. And I knocked already one stone in here. You see how easy they come out? Completely knocked it out. Okay, so it's in place. And I'm gonna do this part. And then I have to be very careful that I don't get any stones on this way. But I cannot block this because it has the stones already in there, okay? So I have to be very careful when I place the stone that it doesn't run this way. And I'm gonna place this closer to me because I need to have a lot of control when I do this. What I normally do is that these ones that are close to here, I place them manually. I don't bother with, to use the brush on that area just to prevent any mixing of the stones. All this time I've been talking and I didn't place my microphone on. If you notice any difference on my voice, it's because I placed my microphone on. Yeah, I forgot to clip it on. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, guys, so I am done with this part. What I'm gonna do now, let me just remove these extra stones in here that I just noticed. Like I mentioned before, you can opt to cut these in separate pieces. That's the way my template, I did it. I mean, I did it so that you can do it separate and then place it together once you start pressing the stones. But for me, I like it, you know, to do it all in one template. And then, you know, it's easier for me. That's for me. When it comes to this particular design. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brush this part where it says bye. And then I'm going to brush this part, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the template around to make it easier for me. And I'm going to continue brushing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this part fast forward because you have already seen me doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and do fast forward this part. And then we're going to move to pressing the shirt, okay? Let me put these stones away. The next color that I'm going to use is the Citrine AB for this little part in here, okay? And that's just a couple of stones, not that many. To brush real fast. If you're new to rhinestones and you have never worked with rhinestones before, I have videos on my channel that takes you through the whole process from beginning to end, including designing the template, taking it to your cutting machine. In my case, I use my Cricut cutting machine. You can use any other cutting machine with my templates. And then the brushing and then the pressing. So you can just watch those videos. There are more than one, okay, that you can choose and watch. And then you can understand the whole process from beginning to end, okay? So let's do this one very carefully. I uploaded new templates into my Etsy shop. If you want to check it out, my link is below my description box. And yeah, I uploaded them yesterday. I believe there are 3 of them that I uploaded yesterday, okay? You can go ahead and check them out. And place whatever is empty with my hands, like manually. Place it manually, and that way I don't have to disturb that other side over there. Okay. I don't think I'm missing any stones. So let's pick this up and move to the next part. The next part is a bigger section to brush, so it's gonna be a little bit, you know, like I have to be very careful not to move these ones over here, in other words. Okay, let's pick up this extra stone in here. And you always, every time you brush your stones, always check, and check. No matter if you think that you're done, always go back and check, because sometimes, depending on how the stone is set on the hole, sometimes you don't notice or miss it, and you miss an extra stone on the top. Okay, so now carefully, I'm going to remove this. And these are a lot of stones, so I'm gonna go ahead and start here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this part fast forward, but you're gonna be able to see me brushing the stones, okay? There's another, I think there's a double in here. Yep. Another double in here. See, every time you move the template around and you see another angle, then you see, you might see another stone. So that's good that you know, make sure that you check out closely. Okay, so now what is next for me to do is pick up the stone. I usually stand up for this part to have more control of the transfer tape. And this transfer tape might be a little bit too big, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use it this way. Like I said before, if you are new at brushing and you think you might not have too much control to do it the way I did, all you have to do is just, when you cut it, just leave it the way it is, the way I designed it. It will come in separate, like this phrase separate, this phrase separate, this separate, this separate, and then you put it together once you're gonna start, you know, pressing the shirt, okay, or whatever you're gonna press it into it. All right. You see me shaking again. That's what I do always. Make sure that everything is in place. Okay. So let's go, people. Don't think it twice. You just let it go down and that's it. Okay. This time you can, you know, feel it around. Sometimes when you have double stones also, you can feel a bump. That can tell you that you have extras. And then you go ahead and lift it up and just pull it out. This is what I do to make sure that it gets stuck. I used this tape once before, which is considered pretty new. Don't use the tape more than, I would say more than 3 times. But if it gets non-sticky after the second use, just throw it away and cut another one, okay? Yeah, this is an excellent transfer tape. I have all the things that I used for my rhinestones down below on my description box. You can use those links to get them if you're interested in doing that. Everything is linked over there, okay? There's 2 stones that stay behind. You just go back. And those are extra stones. That's what happened. Yeah, that's why I didn't lift it up. And I'm going to just push it back in, the extra one. Okay. So now let's continue again. When you have an extra stone, it doesn't allow the other stones to get stuck into the transfer tape. So you have to get rid of it, okay? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace the backing of the transfer tape back on because I'm not gonna be pressing it just right now. I need to go and heat up the heat press, and then we can go ahead and you know, take it off again. But this will protect it, so it, you know, so it doesn't move. The stones don't move around. Okay. There you go, right here. Okay. So guys, we're gonna move on to the next part, which is pressing this into a shirt. I haven't decided yet which shirt. Okay, so I'll meet you in a little bit. So I decided to press it onto a black hoodie because I thought it's still cold in here. We're gonna have a couple of more weeks of being a little bit chilly, and I plan to go to Chicago like I mentioned before. So it's gonna be even windier there. So I decided to do that. So yeah, so it's going to be pressed at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds, okay? So guys, let's get started. So I'm going to turn it around. So let's go, people. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me get you a little bit lower so that you can appreciate it. It is so cute. And the colors definitely popped up, which I wanted to do that. Even the Capri color stone, look at how beautiful. Covered by God's grace, right? So I'm gonna go to the table and we're gonna talk about it with more detail, okay? I love it, people. Beautiful. Definitely, this is a design that I'm going to be repeating on t-shirts. And remember, if you want this template, it's available on my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop link is down below on the description box, okay? See you in a little bit, people. So this is Capri, this is Citrine AB, this is Crystal AB, and this is Peridot. Gorgeous, okay? I love it. So I decided just to go for the hoodie. I definitely gonna repeat this template on t-shirts. These were the t-shirts that I was considering in the beginning. All three colors would have looked beautiful with this combination of rhinestones, okay? But yeah, definitely for the summertime, I'm gonna be repeating this template. Again, this template, you can get it on my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop link is down below on the description box. If you're new to my channel and you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican, and hit the notification bell so that way you can get notified of all my future videos. If you have not clicked the thumb up or like button yet, don't forget to do so if you like this content on your way out. I will see you soon with new content. Until next time, bye-bye, hasta luego.